Hey, everybody! Welcome to week 36, post-op VSG. So, are you noticing anything different about me yet? Oh, my hair! Yes, my hair. Alright, honesty now, people. Who can pull this off? Me or Keith? Who's got the prettier hair here? Let's hear it. I'm just playing. Just got out of the shower a little while ago and figured I would have a little fun, so. Yes, I'm kind of mocking Keith a little bit, but I've actually worn my hair in the FAUX-HAWK a couple times when it gets long enough, so. Just figured I'd have a little fun. So here are my numbers for this week. Let's get right to this, shall we? We are at week 36, post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And this week I am happy to report I am down another 1.6 pounds. And it's not an epic loss, that's for sure. But you guys all know at this point I will take anything I can get. So just the fact that I'm continuing to trickle down makes me happy. So yeah, I am now sitting exactly at 343. So 2 pounds under my lowest weight that I had last recorded. Actually, last week I had to look back at my video because I forgot to log it on my chart. So I went and updated my chart. But last week I weighed 344.4, and I had been down 1.6 since the week before. So I lost 1.6 last week, and ironically 1.6 again this week. So not even a full 2 pounds, which is kind of interesting. I seem to go in trends here, as I guess you would call it, or cycles. I've been noticing that because it's the same with my weight loss. It's funny because during the week I've actually become a little bit probably over obsessive, not as bad as Keith there when he had been weighing himself multiple times a day. But I've been weighing myself every single day just because I had been stalled for so long, and so I was kind of wanting to see how my progress goes depending on what I was doing calorie-wise, exercise-wise. So this is kind of, been a lot of experimenting for me, trying to figure out how to keep my metabolism up and boosted enough apparently to get this weight off. So it's incredibly different than the first 100 pounds I lost, which everybody knows right after surgery and before surgery when I started. And it just goes to show you that the heavier you are, the faster your weight comes off initially, but that obviously goes away big time the closer you get to your goals. So first 100 pounds came off, it melted away like butter in comparison to now. I am busting my ass to try and get this next 100 pounds off. So, but it's working. So keeping my calories down still, probably averaging. Well, yesterday I had an up day. I actually was over my allotted calories. I've got myself set to 1,100 a day now, down 100 less than what I had been right after I went on full solids after surgery. And the nutritionist put me right at about 1,200. You guys already know I experimented up and down from there, but I'm finding that maxing out at 1,000 calories a day seems to keep me going. So maybe because I'm still in the loss phase, I could probably maintain at 1,200 or 1,400 calories a day as long as I keep exercising. But I can't lose at that caloric intake for some reason. For me, my sweet spot seems to be, I know this is going to sound really low, but if you bring it back down to just shakes, I seem to do the best, and the weight will still come off at anywhere between 600 to 900 calories a day. And, that's what it was coming. That when I was doing that prior to surgery, especially during the HMR phase, that's when I lost the most amount of weight. When I was having 7 to 10 pound losses every single week, almost continuously, was when I was keeping my calories down to around 500 or 600 calories a day, because those are really low calorie, high protein shakes, those HMRs. So I'm still trying to eat as much, solid protein, whole foods as I possibly can without overdoing it. So, measuring, weighing, and just keeping track, journaling. I use MyFitnessPal, and I've been completely faithful with that now. So that's pretty much it. So it's working. It's slow. My new mini goal is actually to be in the 200s by our August 18th meet and greet, the Atlantic City meet and greet, which I can't wait for. Should be a lot of fun, and it's going to be so great to finally meet some people in person. And our latest addition was finding out that Rosemary was going to be joining us, which is amazing. I never thought that, unless I somehow managed to get to Vegas, which I would love to get out to Vegas too, to the mother of all meet and greets, but financially that's probably just not going to happen for me, as unfortunately I am still trying to find a job here, people, and that's been really slow going. So so I'm happy. I feel really good. I think that I'm starting to visually look thinner than I had been for a while, because I was stalled for so long, and people are noticing. Got a couple of comments, on new weight loss comments, on the positive, which is good. So it is showing finally that the weight is coming down. So now I'll tell you real quick before I wrap up about Assesments, which we had this week for fitness boot camp. Or I call it these days sweat camp, because let me tell you, that is an hour I sweat my ass off. And I like that Keaton got some shots of himself doing his routine. I think that's a really great idea when people do that. And I know that at the gym where I go, they're not against video and pictures. They use a lot themselves too. You have to actually sign a waiver as part of your contract that you agree to let them take your picture and film and video you on different occasions, and then use your post it publicly on the website and the Facebook page. So I'm gonna bring my little flip cam in and get some shots of me doing some of my exercising. I think that would be fun video to do. It's very similar in style to what Keaton's doing, although he looks like his is more one-on-one with a trainer. Mine is not so one-on-one, but I still have the trainer right there and giving me directives and everything, but we kind of work in a group. And you'll see when I do the video. But anyways, it's awesome. I'm addicted to going. I had finally signed a contract with them last month, so I do officially now 3 days a week is what I'm paying for, which I can barely afford, but it's worth it. So anyways, they do assessments every 2 months. I started doing this in December. We did our first assessment in January, so it was pretty good. So they kind of got me right out of the gate. And my trainer, who happens to also be named Eric, he's the one that I've worked with the most, because he does the 9 o'clock in the morning, which is what I usually go to, seeing that I haven't been working. So it just fits in with my schedule the best. And he can't even believe how much of a difference I've made in 2 months. As far as the assessment goes, the numbers, I'll have to make a slide, I think, of my before and after, so you can see the difference, and I'll let you see, because they take measurements as well as test your performance and stamina and stuff like that. So this last round, I think I improved on everything except for the sprint relay. And I messed up because you have to sprint down one end of the gym, touch the center cone, go all the way to the right, touch the right, then go all the way straight across to the left, touch the left, and then back to the middle, and then reverse backwards, run backwards all the way to the end again. And I missed the left cone the first time and cost myself 1 or 2 seconds because I had already stood up and taken 2 steps to head back and then had to go back again so I could touch the cone, then make it to the middle, and then back my ass up. So I lost some seconds on that one. I think I ended up being like 3 seconds over, but I did my first standard push-up. I was able to do one. For me, that's a huge accomplishment. I can't even tell you when or if I was ever able to do a regular standard push-up. Pull-ups I still haven't done, but I'm going to start practicing doing the assisted pull-ups, I think, probably like 5 minutes after class every single day, starting next week, and see how many I can. We have a sheet on our wall at FIT where we keep track of all of our goals, and my goals at FIT for 2012 were to do 10 push-ups and 10 pull-ups and lose 100 pounds for the year. So that was my goal by the end of the year, to be able to accomplish those. Now I know that those are high, lofty goals, believe me, but that's the whole point of making goals. So we've already done a video. You can go back and look to see what some of my mini goals and personal major goals were for the year. But I will tell you that I'm adding a new one as of today, that I would like to try and be in the 200s by the time we get to the meet and greet on August 18th. So I figured it out. I've been averaging 1.6 pounds a week. I need to be able to do 8 pounds a month. So essentially, I need to up it. Probably I need to be able to do like 3 more pounds. But I'm not saying that it can't happen, because actually I lost 13 pounds now in about 2 weeks. So that's 7 a week. And now the problem is, it's a lot of weight that came off, but 10 pounds of that was actually regained that I re-lost. So I wasn't making new ground until I had lost those 10 pounds that I had gained back. So that's my new mini goal. We'll see how we can do here, but I'm feeling confident. I think that if I can, watch what I eat, keep my exercise up, which that part, it's become like an addiction. It's funny. I never would have thought that I would have been a gym person, but now that I've actually started to build up my strength and endurance and everything else, and I can feel, that's the thing, I can feel the progress, and the way that I can move and the things that I can do now are just awesome. So it's just giving me more drive to just keep up. So don't give up. It's wicked tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's wicked tough in the beginning, but start off with baby steps and work your way up, and you will get there. Believe me. If I could do it, I was 37 years old when I started, out of shape, 462 pounds, hadn't done any formal exercise in the longest time, and you should see when I give you the clip of the video of the stuff that I do now. I never would have dreamt that I would be doing the things that I do now as far as exercise. It's great, and I love every second of it. Sometimes it hurts afterwards, and like I said, for an hour you sweat your butt off, but I feel like a new person, literally, because I've never felt this good, or I can't remember feeling this good in the longest time. So everybody stick with it. Just get up and move. Start with baby steps, but you can do it, and you get there, and it's amazing how fast it can work for you. So everybody stay strong and stay healthy, and I will catch y'all at the next show. Okay? Bye.